For this project, we're gonna need construction paper, tape, pipe cleaners, cardboard, pencil eraser, glue, and markers. If you don't have cardboard available, you can always use an old shoebox or an old cereal carton for your craft today. So we're going to trace off our mask today. We are making a mask, and it's fairly easy. You can utilize a cereal box or an old shoebox for this project, something you may have laying around the house. As you can see, I went ahead and traced my mask onto the cardboard. I am going to place that aside as I've already have one already cut out. If you do need yours cut out with some help from a family member, big brother, big sister, mommy, or daddy, go ahead and ask them now. So to decorate our mask, I have markers and I have glue available. I also have construction paper, but you can utilize anything you want. You do not have to do what I do. Just use whatever is available to you. I'm going to be trying to do as creative as possible, so just bear with me. So I'm going to use my construction paper, and I'm going to be cutting some feathers. You'll see how I do that in just one moment. Give me a second. I've folded my paper in half and then in half again, and then I'm going to fold it again one more time, so that way I have enough to make my feathers to go on top of my mask. I freehand cut these out. Right now they look like pieces of corn, but I have enough to work with, so that way I can start doing my feathers. So I'm going to take one of these and start to cut, and I will show you exactly how I'm going to do that. I'm going to fold right down the middle and cut to the line, but I'm making very small cuts. So if the cuts are too big, then it's not going to look like a feather. We need small cuts, and they're very close together. So you might even cut some off by accident, but that's okay because feathers are not perfect. The end product, after I've made my cuts, and you can see, I'm trying to bring it closer so you can see how small they are. And I did do it in layers, so this layers of 4, so that way I can have more than one cut at a time and be utilized on our mask. So now I have placed my newly cut feathers made out of construction paper behind my mask, just to see where I want to place them. This is what we do when we want to see how it looks, and if you want to keep them like that, this is the step that you do that at. Now I will take the feathers and tape them together and then glue them onto my mask. I used a small piece of tape. I don't know if you can see that, but I used a small piece of tape, it's kind of shiny, on the back of my feathers, so that way they stay together. And then that way when I'm ready to glue them on, they're already stacked together in the place that I want them, and I can place them on my mask. In this step, I am actually coloring my mask because I didn't quite like the way that the construction paper was going to make it look. I wanted it rather dark. I'm using the color blue, Crayola markers, and this is on regular cardboard. So I like the color blue on this cardboard that I'm using, and it'll contrast the yellow feathers that I'm using later on. So my mask has now been colored blue, and now we're going to go on with the next steps. So what I did is I cut my yellow pipe cleaner in half, and I placed it in the back of the middle feather, as you will, and I will now place them in the back of my mask. So now that I have my pipe cleaner in the back of my feathers, I'm able to shape them a little bit and they have a little bit of movement without them being so floppy. So for the sake of time, I'm going to actually tape these to the back of my mask because the glue is going to take a long time for it to dry, and I want to get this tutorial done with for the day. but I will tape this to the back of the mask and I'll let you see what it looks like. So my construction paper feathers are now glued to my mask. I'm going to show you what they look like. I'm going to hold it up, and they're not so floppy, and they're able to kind of stand up by themselves. This one is kind of wonky on the right side because I didn't tape it enough, but yeah, this is our mask. I'm going to tape some pipe cleaner to the back of them so I can hold it to my face. Or if you have a popsicle stick available, you can put that on it and use it as a masquerade mask. So as I am placing my construction paper feathers, I notice that they're rather floppy. I don't want them really floppy, so that's when you can utilize the pipe cleaner. Here you see I have taped the pipe cleaners to the back of the mask, and I am ready to place it on my face. Again, if you do not have pipe cleaners, you can utilize a popsicle stick. You can cut out another piece of cardboard, whatever you have available to you. We try not to make this too difficult. Again, you can use a cereal box, a shoe box, construction paper. You can use regular white paper to make your feathers. Be creative with it, friends, and so long for now.